I was kind of expecting more from this, considering that this used to cost money, and then they put it 100% free, and now they want to make a full release. I think that's why I have a hard time grasping the concept here. I'm going so fast now that my hand is shaking on the character. Is it gonna bug out at some point? I hope not. There we go. Warning, this game contains scares, sounds, and loud screams, gore, and blood. So you have been warned. So, it's been a while. I've been a bit sick. Not with COVID, but just regular sick. So I am back again and figured we would try looking at, I don't know how many it's going to be. Maybe like 3 or 4 other indie horror games. Wow, that's loud. Yes, I listen to aggressive Viking music on YouTube. So we're gonna play a game called The Smiling Man, which is made by Nexus Game Studio, which is a indie game developer that you can find on Itchio, from what I can see so far. It's a single-player video game that has 3 endings. A game where a completely madman who watches you and stalks you during a temporarily peaceful night is ready to flee this terrifying danger. What? So the way it's been phrased is that the guy who's after you is going to flee, but I think what they mean is that you are going to flee from this terrifying man. So it's a PS1 style game with CRT VHS style, which means that we're seeing it as a old school camera, you know, like the old square cameras that we used to have back in the day. So let's go ahead and dive into this and just kind of check out what this is. I love the graphics so far. The Smiling Man, like I love how, just in general, like when it comes to like these 3D games that has a PS1 style horror game aesthetic. Like I grew up with a PS1, so this kind of game is what I like to play, because it kind of reminds me of back when I was a kid, many years ago, like 20 years ago. Draw distance, low, medium, high, bloom, hide skybox with fog. Let's just keep it off. I'd like to see what is actually going on. Apply and play. I don't know what game engine this is made in, by the way. I tried just like spending like 10 seconds diving into the game files, and I could probably have looked a little bit further to check it out. If I had to guess, I would say Unity, but it's not a Unity game, based on what I could see. Every night I went to the market to shop for dinner. Press enter to continue. Oh, great! It's a game where it allows for me to skip past the text at my own pace. You don't see that a lot. They kind of like assume how fast you are at reading things. Been doing this for years. But after what happened to me, I never go out at night. It was 2 a.m. That's late to be out at night. So, okay, go to the market. I kind of like the the warping of the screen. It is called something specific, and it's a very easy thing to set up. At least in Unity, if you go under post, click E to interact. He watches you all the time, even at bedtime, all the time. Oh, it actually says it it's a translation. Cool. I would like to have seen the text just being a little bit away from the border of that square. Just a small feedback, nothing that breaks anything. Oh, look at the skybox! Looks great. I like how you can actually see it's a square. Like you can see those, like right at the center of the screen, you can see those stars like on a side, you know, like actually painted on, and then at the top it's painted on. It really it's a really neat little detail for a PS1 horror game. A bit of a, what do you call it? Invisible wall. Can I go up? Oh. Well, it does say we should go to the market, so I guess we'll go to the market and see what is going on. We can't go on the road. There's a invisible wall there. It has 3 endings. So, you know... Oh, hey! Now, one downside to having a PS1-styled horror game called The Smiling Man is that I can't actually see if he's smiling or not. This is one of those types of indie horror games that really captivates my fear when it comes to horror games because, ghosts, monsters, that type of thing, some people think they're really scary. They are a little bit scary, but me personally, real life situations that could actually happen is much more scary than supernatural monsters or ghosts. Wait, am I going the right way? Oh, the cricket stopped. What? Oh, there's a wall here. Okay. I'm too tired to run now. Oh, cool. When I press down the shift key to run, it says that he's too tired. That's a really neat detail. Instead of just not allowing you to run, then it actually tells you. I'm guessing that's the supermarket. And maybe here the invisible wall is going to stop. Is that the supermarket? I mean, it could be. So let's just go to the market. Oh, there's a note. I'm glad there's a translation, because don't let their expressions fool you. Their feelings and wants are different. Yeah, so I could read it, but it is hard to read without looking at the other side. Yeah, that looks like a supermarket. And he's just kind of standing there, like he's making me paranoid. I'm expecting him to just turn around or something. I completely forgot what the note said. I read it, but I didn't take it in. When you read a book or something, you're actually reading it, but because your mind is somewhere else, I was focusing on the readability of the note. So I didn't actually read what it said. Okay, can I go this way? Yeah, invisible wall. Are one of these houses the supermarket? I mean, that house looks a bit different. I kind of feel like I'm already stuck. Yeah, so I kind of feel like, if we look at how the user experience is when it comes to this game, the objective is pretty clear. It says go to the market. But the only two buildings that has anything that might seem like a market, like this one over here, but it has no door. And that guy's just kind of standing there. Do I press a button? Let me read the page again. Okay, so on the game page, it clearly shows another building on the outside area that I can go to, which is kind of like a gas station. I just don't see it here. Have I been walking past it and just not seen it at all? No. I wish I could run. Do I just continue past here? Oh, wait. It doesn't stop me. I can continue. Oh. I thought I couldn't continue this way. I thought there was a invisible wall. That's actually a kind of a fun thing, because it kind of shows you how the way that the game has been built up with all these invisible walls everywhere, that I expected an invisible wall now, because the game trained me to expect it. So I just assumed there was one. Okay, let's go into the market. Oh, hey there. Well, you're not smiling. And that's a tiny face. It could have been a little bit bigger, spread out. Yeah, let's not get a copyright strike. Are we getting something? Oh, shop at the market. I don't even know what I got. Okay, let's purchase. Cashier says it was 181. Usually you would say that will be 181. Oh, I need to click it. Okay. So now we're heading home. And I am guessing that we're gonna get chased. And he says he's too tired to run. I think when the guy starts chasing after me, I won't be too tired. I think we're gonna be very much alive. I'm getting so paranoid. Where's he coming from? Yeah, the sprint button will work as soon as we get chased. This, by the way, reminds me of a short movie. What do you call those? Like a really short movie. with a guy that's doing the same thing like that guy over there did, like kind of standing around being, you know, a little bit drunk looking and just like walking down the street, and he was smiling, and then he would suddenly chase after the person. Like it was a really creepy short movie. I think it might have been inspired from that. It has the same theme. So 3 endings. Like at no point yet have I experienced a point where anything deviated. Whoa, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I don't know where he is. I didn't see it. Oh, there he is. Jeez. See, a jump scare like that in a ghost-based themed horror game would not have scared me. But because I know it's like an actual guy standing around, can I talk to you? Oh, he is smiling. Look at that. Yeah, he stands exactly like the guy in the movie. Oh, I feel like I want to find it now. Can I? No. Oh, okay. I thought I just exited. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me find it. This is the movie I'm talking about. Like the guy walking down the street, and then he encounters this guy who walks like this. Like that is exactly what I'm seeing here. And he's just like walking and smiling. We're not gonna watch it now, but I just wanted to show it. Yeah, so that's what this guy is. He even has like the same clothing on and everything. So he will start walking to... Wait, this is my house. Okay, I thought that this was the ending of the game. Okay, where is he now? Yeah, in the short film, he... Yeah, okay, it's the same note. Even, like, in the film, he just, like, chases the guy down that same night. Like, there's not, like, multiple nights or anything. Oh, no, he's standing there. Is he doing the dance now? He is walking creepily. I can't do anything, by the way. Oh, there's no mouse lock! My mouse moves off screen. It's one line of code, by the way, to fix the mouse. At least in Unity it is. Yeah, that's how he moves in the movie too, kinda. So what now? Do I run? So I say, what the hell do you want? Enter, right? Oh, okay, no, this is just a cutscene. I can't do anything. I like he's sliding across the floor. I mean, if you see the same guy like that 2 days in a row, I would be worried too. I love how we look down for him to, like, phase out. I wanna, just out of curiosity... Oh no, we can't... Okay, so we can't... I wanted to see how it looked like when we had the fog at the top. Which is like, if you... Whoa! Run! Run! Oh, he's right there! Go! Go to the shop, go to the shop, go to the shop, go to the shop. Just don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Just go in, go in. I guess this is the 3 ending part. He catches you, you go to the shop, or you go home. Oh, go in, go in! No! He's been here. Get the key, get the key, get the key. Okay. Oh no, he's here. Oh, so we got the bad ending, huh? Okay, so, it was pretty well done. I loved how they animated the guy and everything. You know, like some games don't bother animating whatever creature is coming after you, which is kind of like a big flaw in a lot of indie games. But I loved it. It was a really good game. The only type of feedbacks I have is the notes. I don't know. It's just my UX brain trying to comprehend the notes, touching the borders. I would probably push it in a little bit and with the invisible walls, they kind of got in the way of me knowing that I had to continue out of the city. Like, it kind of seemed like when everything stopped, like the sidewalk and the grass stopped, like everything just cut off. Like it was the border of the map or something. So I didn't think I was supposed to continue. So that kind of like messed up a little bit my perception of what I was supposed to, like where I was supposed to go in the game. And that's really the only feedback I have. Everything else was amazing. I think it was great. I loved the art style. I loved the sound effects. The general pacing of the game is good. The mood of the game is good. Like it's terrifying. It's the jump scares work. So with that said, I have all these games linked in the description, by the way, in case people don't know. I've been doing that in all my previous videos. So if you want to check out the 2 last endings, you're more than welcome to do that. With that said, let's go ahead and check out the next game. The next game I'm going to check out is a game called The Devils Come Home. The Devil Comes Home is what it's titled. It's just a short horror experience. Technical details: this game was made in 2 days of my free time. This game is just a concept. It's a simple game. I will improve it with time and release new chapters soon. Plot: you're an engineer who just lost his wife. Your wife committed suicide for no apparent reason, even though she was pregnant. The story takes place on the same day you buried your wife. You're coming home, but will you be alone? Playtime 5 to 25 minutes. When it says 5 to 25 minutes, it means that you can speedrun it in some sort of way. So this is a Unity game, just to point it out. I don't know if you could see it, but it did pop up with a Unity logo. Just a quick thing that kind of popped into my mind was the store page. It's something when you download a lot of games off Itchio, you just kind of start noticing these type of things. Like the Smiling Man had some stuff done to it. Like, the background was changed, just the entire page was kind of changed to match the theme with the font type and everything. And I don't know, I don't know if they went for a clean aesthetic here. It's just very simple, while the game does look a little bit more polished. No, polished is the wrong word to use. It looks a little bit more high definition than the previous game, because we don't know if this is a polished game. He did make it in 2 days. Let's keep that in mind. Let's play the game. Play story. I love the fading and everything. This is actually... If I dove into this, not knowing the game engine, I would assume this was Unreal Engine. Ooh, okay. Oh, no. Okay, so first impressions. The game looks great, by the way. There is definitely assets in here, but some of the things looks homemade in a good sense. It's well made, homemade. If these are assets, then they're not photorealistic assets. But it's a good looking game is what I'm trying to say. The lighting works, the shadows work, the movements are super good. I really feel like I've never actually played a game that felt this good when I was moving around and turning my camera. It's actually like I'm turning a head. With that said, my mouse sensitivity. Okay, let me just go all the way across. I have to go all the way across my mouse mat to turn around. Which is just much lower a sensitivity that I'm used to. So go to the 9th floor, it says. So we're not going this way. I'm literally just to turn around. Should I maybe open my mouse settings and change it? I think it's really one of those things when you make a game that is made in let's say 2 days. By the way, in 2 days' time, it's a really, really well done job to put this together in 2 days. This is definitely someone who has been making games before. Left mouse to interact. Cool. Yeah, it's so rare that we actually see a Unity game that looks like an Unreal Engine game. Which again proves my point. It's not about the game engine. A lot of people, they see Unity games and they think 9th floor. This one. A lot of people see Unity games and they're like, oh, oh, this game looks bad graphically. It must be a Unity game. And then when they see a good looking game, they're like, oh, this is an Unreal Engine game. It doesn't really, like, people don't seem to understand that the Unreal Engine store, if you use that game engine, has a lot of free, beautiful assets that you can just download and just shove into your game, and then you have a good looking game. Unity does not have a huge store. They do have assets, but the good assets cost money. Which, of course, I fully support the fact that people need to buy assets because the developers of those assets need to get paid as well. Ooh, okay, this is a little bit nauseating. There's kind of a fisheye effect. Like the screen is like a bubble. Yeah, that does not look good. Everything else looks good, by the way. Okay, so let's, do I have a flashlight? No. Is there something over there? There's something like a light. Oh, wait. We got a light switch. And it works! Great! And we have a shadow! Look at that! We have an actual 3D person with walking animation. Like his arms are moving when he's turning and everything. It's great. I have the same asset pack. Okay, so in the last 3 random horror games, I mentioned that I had a particular asset pack. This particular fridge is part of that. Like, this entire thing is part of that asset pack of a photorealistic home pack. There's some stuff in here too that is not part of that asset pack. But it's just to mention it, like, this is assets that has been downloaded because I have that furniture too, and they actually squished it. They made it tiny. The lighting candle is part of it too. The table is not. I don't think the couch is either. Like, these assets look different from these assets over here, and that's because it's not from that asset pack. Okay, well, moving on. Let's move in here. I have these two. Okay. I'll shut up about the asset pack. You know by now that he's using asset packs that I also use. So, it is very beautifully made. Like, this is a very good looking game. It just makes me really happy to see who's at the door. He has a big house. Yeah, it makes me really happy to see. Can I? No. It makes me really happy to see that a person made, especially in 2 days, made a beautiful looking Unity game. Don't comment on the lighting that I have it too. Okay. Wait, what? Take the paper and put it on your desk in the bedroom. What? Oh, we're not gonna check the door? Someone just knocked on it. Is it a paper by the door? Oh, okay, when I sprint, it just zooms in. Yeah, there's something on the floor here. Okay. Middle click to inspect. Oh no. So my middle mouse button has been rebinded because I use it for an MMO. So instead of middle mouse click, it presses a Danish letter on my keyboard. 1 sec. Okay, I think I can... Yeah, here we go. Okay, I could just click a button on my mouse to change it. I'm sorry for your loss, James, and if you want to talk, you know where to find me. With much love, your friend and neighbor, Bernardo. This is new. I've never seen a note being picked up where there's nothing on the paper, but it pops up on text like this in front. That's for some reason I like it. It looks it's simple. And you can't twist it around. That's good. Some games, when you have an item that you pick up and you do this in circles, it starts like rotating around this way, but it doesn't do that. Yeah, like, I don't feel like I'm being, I don't feel like I'm overpraising the tiny things of the game just because I think it's awesome that there is a beautiful looking Unity game that we finally got to try out. But I really like the way that the text has been handled here. It's like, it's not trying to be text on paper and then they just like fucked it up. in some sort of way like other games might do. I love how this is intentionally done in this way. I think it looks good. Yeah, so our neighbor just wrote us. I really wish the fisheye effect, like the hallway, the hallway looks a lot further ahead than it actually is because of the fisheye effect. I would say like turn that down like 20% and it's perfect. And what I was about to say, at the very beginning, where's my desk? Is it in here? You know, when you make a game like this, like a short game, I'm tired. I need to rest a little bit. Okay. Like I know that settings is probably not something that people like go that much into, but at least mouse sensitivity is like a must. Because I'm sitting here, you know, struggling to turn my character around, and it's probably making you guys sick. Like mouse sensitivity is bare minimum, because if I'm sitting on a 1920 by 1080 monitor versus a 2K monitor, it completely changes the sensitivity. Or if I'm using a particular mouse or a particular mouse software, you know, with different sensitivity settings. Oh, this is different. I guess we're dreaming. It also completely changes things. Oh no. Okay, so if I can't. Oh yeah, okay, I can right click and zoom in. Wait, I thought she was pregnant. So we didn't have the child yet, but we have a photo of a child. Okay, there's some shoes. If you hear a lot of like knocking on in my microphone, it's because I'm really moving my mouse a lot, trying to turn my character. Oh, perfect speed for moving the door. Oh, this is kind of funny, like this shadow. Huh. Okay. Turn that way. Okay. What? I'm a little afraid that if I do actually encounter a jump scare, I don't get to see it. Oh, that's our neighbor. Wait, are we in the hallway? Yeah, we're out in the hallway. This is not our apartment. This is our neighbor. I think we're walking into here. Or not? I don't know, Bernardo, or whatever his name was. Was it just me? Did it not sound a little bit exotic? These look like homemade acids. That's cool. Oh, this is really cool. Like, obviously, when you make a game in 2 days, you can't make all these assets from scratch. Most of it is probably downloaded. But like I said, it's not about, or like I usually say, it's not about like using assets of the asset store is a bad thing. It's how you implement it that's bad. This guy has done a beautiful job implementing it. You want to be able to play a game, and even though you recognize some of the assets, not feel like you have played this game 100 times before from other games that use the same assets. If you can completely change the feeling and the way that the game functions, the assets have been well implemented. Oh, now we're back! Okay, so we are inside our apartment. So this is where I went to bed. So why did I teleport? Oh, okay, now Bernardo, I think, is just an American name. I don't think that's exotic. I think it's, and I might hurt some feelings here, but I think Bernardo is kind of like an older person's name. Like, it's what you used to call your kids back in the day in the US. At least anytime you see an American movie or TV show and there's somebody called Bernardo, or Bernard, it's an older person. Oh. Ooh, nice effect. What? Oh. I didn't know we entered, what is that game called? You know, the one where you're a painter and then he's like crazy? I'm trying to like remember the name of it. Yeah, let's go to the baby room because we just heard baby noises. And I guess that was the baby room that we... Oh, there's a blood print. I guess that's the baby room we prepared for our unborn child. This way. Oh, wait. Other way. Turn around. Yeah, so sprinting just zooms in. I think, and I'm not entirely sure, because the way that the character moves does not feel exactly like one of the player controllers that you can download off the Unity store. So I don't know if this is homemade. It might have been a heavily modified version. Did the door just close? Okay, so like, let me just mention this. I talked about in the previous game that real life situations scare me. Ghosts and stuff don't. But I have to give this game credit. The pacing of it is chilling. Is it one of these where there's a timer on it? Maybe I need to like click the door to... Oh no. Yeah, so that's, I guess, the wife. Oh. Oh, cool! Oh, day 2! 5 days after incident. Okay, so this is the second day we get to play. 5 days after she got buried. I'm assuming that meant. Oh. Oh, this sensitivity is fine. Wait, so when I get up now... Oh, his body disappears. You see that? Oh, I have a dog! And it's a puppy. So, okay, so after his wife died, he got a puppy to comfort him. As long as he treats it well. Because, you know, buying pets out of impulsivity because of incidents. Do I? Oh, E to get up. Okay, so the dog just... It was barely there, but it barked at something. Nah, it's still bad. Where's the dog? Don't hurt the dog. I mean, what am I doing? I'm checking for the dog behind a closed door. Oh, there you are, cutie. Look at you, guarding the home like a good boy. Okay, so what's in here, boy? Oh. Oh, come on. So you live in this perfectly normal home, and then you step into this one back room. Oh, this is where we woke up. And it has like a religious cross there, and it has a Ouija board on the floor, and it just looks like very Catholic, with like old Victorian furniture and like. Oh, we can lean. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is not his room. This is maybe his like grandmother lived here sometime. Put the Ouija in the table in the living room. Really? And that's so creepy. Why do you keep that there? Just throw it out. Okay. How do I place it here? There we go. Okay. Oh. Pick up candles in the kitchen and put on the table. It says put in the table, but he does mean put on the table. I'll guess this one. No? Truck driving by. So you get a little bit of ambience from the traffic outside. Oh, wait. Those are creepy candles. Not good-looking candles like these, like normal candles. No, when you have to like summon a ghost, you gotta Gotta get the creepy ones. Has better effects. There we go. Okay, and turn off the light? Yeah, okay, turn off the light in the living room and in the kitchen. Boom. And boom. Alright. Of course, we still want this to be there and this, because we don't want it too scary. So let's do this. Okay. How can you speedrun this in 5 minutes? I don't think you can. Hold right click to look around. Why? Oh. So we can ask questions. Any entity that wants to approach Ouija. Is there a spirit in the house? Could any entity that is around here come closer? Is there someone here? Let's ask that. That's a bit more normal. I like the ambient rain effects. Any entity... Oh, is there a spirit in the house? Do I need to look around while asking? Okay. Oh, it said yes. Okay, so who are you? I don't know if it's gonna spell out anything. Let's ask it if it's an angel or a demon. That's a cool thing. Hey. And, okay, so it's an angel. Right? Yeah. Have you ever been a human? See, this is actually a pretty big question to ask if it says yes. Because if it says yes, it means that when, in this game's lore, when people die, they can turn into angels, which I don't think is how it actually works when it comes to the what do you call it, the lore when it comes to like Christianity or whatever religion, you know. So let's ask that. No. Okay. So that got debunked pretty fast. Do you want to do me some harm? What? Well, you did say no. Who are you? No question. Oh. Okay, so this is not our wife. Just to point it out. Unless she was always an angel. Oh. No. I-K-I-L. I kill. E-D... I killed her. It's gonna spell out. Oh. Oh, lights turned out. Okay, so someone's in here. Itchio, get up. Do you have the flashlight? Cool. Can I just say, like, this is one of the best 2-day indie horror game, Unity games I've ever played. I really wish the mouse sensitivity was a thing you could adjust, but, like, it is extremely well done. Like, the pacing is perfect. The characters have a little bit of life in them. Like, the dog feels real. Everything is just really well done. It's one of those things where, like, a lot of people try to go for these intricate stories and stuff when they make horror games, but they forget about making all, like, the fundamentals good. You know, for example, pacing, does the player feel immersed into what is going on? Does the graphics fit the theme that you're trying to apply? Did you actually, like, does the movement of the character feel natural? Because I feel like I'm an actual person with the way that the camera work has been done. Like, all the fundamentals are perfectly executed. Executed, I think you say. Executed. It sounds like the Pokemon Executor. Okay, so that's an angel, clearly. So that's not our wife. And she ran this way. No! That is not an angel. An angel would not do that. Fear is everywhere. That is a straight up demon. Why? It's like a tiny puppy. This is like the saddest thing I've ever seen. I mean, in one of the games that I've played. Oh, that's a dick move. Straight up. Oh, I have such a hard time coming over this. Or getting over this. Yeah, we're not gonna be... If that is an angel, I'm abandoning that belief with this character. You no longer go to church. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, get out of the apartment. Get the dog with you. The poor thing. The door's gonna close. Okay. Oh, it doesn't want me to get out. Huh? I assumed that she would be standing here. I'm gonna click, and then something's gonna grab me. Oh, that was it. Okay. I think really one of my favorite things about this game, like there was a lot of things I really liked about this game. This is a game that feels extremely polished. Like this is a game that even though, like I don't believe it was done in 2 days. If so, the guy who made this game is amazing at making games. When a person say, I made this in 2 days, I'm assuming that he sat down, he had a piece of paper, he wrote the concept for the game, the plot of the game, the graphical visuals that he was going to implement into the game. Like this feels like a game that was made in... I would have to spend at least a week to make something close to this. This was very well done. Clearly a person who knows what he's doing. Or she, if it's a she. It's very rare that you see a game where the pacing and the unpredictability of the game is in this way, because even though it had a lot of elements that we've seen in like thousands of other horror games, like, you know, like a Ouija board where you can communicate with the dead, and oh, a sudden appearance of a ghost running across the floor or something like that, it was just extremely well implemented. One really good example of that, notice how when we went into the kids' room where the ghost appeared in front of the crib, the way that she disappeared was extremely well done when the flashlight started acting up. Like it was just like a lot of effort was put into it to make us feel like this was real. Because a lot of times when you do things like poofing away ghosts or demons or creatures or anything like that, it gets done in a way where you feel like this is a game. Okay, so I'm sitting here playing a game because my immersion is broken by the way that they decided to do it. I would give this game a 10 out of 10 for what it is. If the developer had a little bit more time to implement the mouse sensitivity, that would have been perfect, but I'm not going to count that into consideration since it was a 2-day game. So yeah, go ahead and check this guy out. I have a link for the person inside the description of this video. If you want to check out more, go ahead and do that. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump on to the next game. Okay, so the next game we're going to play is called Death of Craze? Gaze? Let me just check it out. The next game is called Death of Craze. This is actually a demo, although this used to cost money. So they charged the price for this game, and now they made it 100% off. And it says demo when I get into the store page. So I am guessing that they made this game and they put a price tag on it. And then they figured, you know what, people really like this game. Let's go ahead and make a full version of it and then put this as a demo. So they put it 100% off since you can't just write free, because people already paid for it are gonna get a little bit pissed if they bought something and then it like suddenly changes to a free game. So putting 100% off is a sneaky way to do that. So this is a demo, short teaser, storyline. The year is 1955. You're a private investigator that is currently working on many cases, one of them being a missing family that has disappeared ever since they returned home after a vacation. Neighbors reported that to police that they have not seen them since, and you have requested a welfare check. Upon police entering the home, everyone in the family was found dead except for the father, whose body was nowhere to be found. You must figure out this crime and survive the horror that happens along the way. The story of the game is meant for you to discover, for example, what you think happened to the family. I want to see and hear other people's opinions and theories about what happened to the family and any other mysteries that happened inside the family's house. I hope to hear a lot of theories. Oh, please read. I want to let everyone know that this is a short horror experience, and if I receive a lot of positive comments and feedback, we will add lots more to the story, as we already have lots more written. So please, if you enjoy the game, make sure to rate it on Itchio and leave a positive feedback. Yeah, so that confirms pretty much my theory about they probably changed it into a demo later on. So we have settings in here. Menu looks beautiful. I love the way it's done. Like, this is kind of like the wall inside the diner, like, you know, causing it to be like a black bar here. So it's a pretty well done menu. Static image in the background. Let's see the settings. We got proper settings. This may look like a UI bot thing of the asset store, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, who knows. Let's see, motion blur disabled, ambient occlusion. Let's go ahead and enable that. Film grain disabled, bloom. Let's put that on. Some people don't like bloom. I actually think it's kind of nice for games. Mouse sensitivity, yes! And it's set to 2. Probably need to set it up to maybe like 3.5, because I'm using a 2K monitor. So there we go. Resolution, 2K, full screen windowed, game quality. Let's turn off. Oh, we can't turn it off. Oh, let's set it to low. Texture quality, ultra, shadow quality, I think medium is fine. There we go. Okay, play new game. Oh, you see, okay, look at the fridge. It's the same fridge from the previous game. So these are asset packs. It's the same furniture that I have. The year is 1955. You live in a small town with a population of only 2,000 people. You ended up getting called into the to check out suspicious activity at the local diner. You are a private investigator that is about to get off work for the night. Again, I would love to be able to skip this on my own. Ooh, okay. They actually, they might actually take frame, resolution into account here. So let's, okay, so they blocked off the road here. Oh, let's turn that down even more. Like, that is actually, it's kind of scary to see they have to turn it all the way down to 1. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, so this is most likely a diner. Is that a person? A diner asset pack. But like I said in the previous game as well, because if the developer watches this game and keep hearing me mention that, oh, it's an asset pack, asset packs, in my opinion, is perfectly fine to use inside your games. Oh, you can jump. Can I crouch? Oh, you can. Oh, it's a toggle thing. I want to hold it down. Actually, no, never mind. I actually prefer toggling. It's about implementing the asset pack correctly. If you can make a game that feels unique to other asset packs that has been used in other games, then it's fine. Oh! Is this supposed to be voiceover? I think it might be bugged. I guess she doesn't want to tell me anything important. Okay, keep investigating or leave the diner. Oh yeah, we had to make our own conclusion from here. Okay, so if we have to figure out what has happened here as an investigator, I need to be able to hear what she said. I think it might have been bugged out. Let me restart the game. Give it another go. I think if you play this game and you don't read the store page, you might be a little bit befuddled about what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so she doesn't say anything. It's always kind of a hard thing with these games, because what part of the game is homemade? I think obviously the diner is an asset pack. That sound effect for the quest objective at the top, or the text popping up, is a little bit... It drills into your brain. I will keep investigating. I need to check this place out. Somebody left a hamburger. Dear lady, you're not doing a good job here. Look at all this stuff, and you're just standing up there doing nothing. That wasn't because she's a woman she's supposed to do stuff, okay? Because I know some people, they hear sexism in places there are none. She works here. She's supposed to take care of the place. I would do the same thing if I was here working. Ooh. Yeah, so the wall on this side is not connected entirely. It's like 0.01 off. So I can look through into the other room. Can I close the door again? No. Okay. So what do we have in here? We have a very simple bathroom. Good thing there's extra toilet paper. That's good. If it runs out, we don't want to have a awkward experience with them running out into the diner asking for more toilet paper. That's important. Wait, can I? Oh, we can! I'm not supposed to be here, I think. You know what I'm gonna assume? Because we have to, like, figure out what is going on here. She is not doing her job. There is mess everywhere. I don't think she works here. Do you feel uncomfortable with me now? Oh, wow. Okay, so there's something invisible here that I'm stepping onto. Can I jump on her face? See, this is the thing about me being, you know, a game dev guy too, alongside doing this. I like to see if I can screw up the game in various ways. Can I go in here? Wait, it works! And there's nothing in here! The developer did not intend for me to go in here. They haven't done anything with this room. They did not expect people to jump over the counter. Like, they just put an invisible wall here, like, haha, you can't get in. Okay. Okay, so you know, I think I've seen everything I need to see. Like, she clearly does not do her job properly. Why are we here? Is this like a stop on the way over to the house that we need to go to? 2 years later, there's been an ongoing investigation about a missing family. Oh, the family named the Johnsons were last seen coming home from a vacation, neighbors say. 3 weeks later, it was reported that the neighbors have not left their house since police were called for a welfare check. They need to leave it on screen like 2 seconds more. Upon police entering the home to check the family, they were greeted with a horrible stench. Upon further investigation, they were all found dead except the father. His body was nowhere to be found. A couple of days later, you were called in to find out what happened to the family and what happened to the father. Okay, yeah, so again, just my UX brain tinkling here. The line height should be a little bit more if it was me making that text. And I would make it so that... Okay. I would make it so that you could skip the text yourself. I just laugh because this is the exact same map pack that you can buy off the Unity store. That, by the way, I think in the last 3 random horror games, this exact house was there too. Oh no, the grass is growing through. I mean, that could just be a weed problem. That doesn't necessarily have to be a graphics thing. Yeah, so... Oh, it is a little bit different. A little bit. Okay, so in the last game, when I came inside, There was an opening here, so this wall was gone. And you went this way. There was a TV on the wall here. I had to sit down on the couch and eat lasagna that our mother made me. And then we had to watch the movie. And then the upstairs was not here. It was actually over there, so we could walk up that way. So it just kind of shows that these houses are like customizable when they buy these packs. And of course, this is the same fridge as the last game, which is the same asset pack that I have. Q to examine. Ooh. Yeah, so my text brain is tinkling already because it's cutting off at the edge there. I left your luck ready for work tomorrow. I hope you still aren't mad at me. Yeah, so the English is a little bit off. We know what it tries to say, but the English is a little bit off. I have prepared your lunch for work tomorrow, it's supposed to say. And lunch is, by the way, spelt wrong. Sincerely, your loving wife. Oh, you can actually... Okay. Put away. Wait, is there something behind it? Whoa, okay. Oh no, it cuts on the other side! Look at the Y! It wraps around. I am a little bit confused. Are we inside the house of the murdered family? Because I feel like we're being fed this story about this family being murdered and the dad is gone. And I'm assuming we are a private investigator or police or something. And I don't know if we just went home. Like, what was the diner about too? Was it just like a... It wasn't even a tutorial, because it didn't teach us how to play the game. We're learning to pick up notes here. I don't know, examine. Petrol oil. Okay, we picked it up. The notification thing at the bottom there, I think I've seen that too. It's also a Unity Store element. What? Oh no, is the... I might be mistaken here, but I think turning around might be based on the frame rate. Because it changes. I need to find the key. Okay. Oh, this is the garage. Oh yeah, so these are the two dead bodies. So we are in the house. Just another thing to point out here. I've mentioned this before. When you make a game like this and you use acids, it's okay to use acids and like make homes out of it, which basically are pre-made for you. But at least put stuff in the walls. Put some furniture in here. If you have like, it's better to, like if you don't have a lot of furniture assets, it's better to just duplicate it. It's better to have duplications inside the house than it is to have an empty house. Okay. It's satanic. Okay, is this a ritual room? How did they not see this when they investigated this the first time? Am I the only one who feels like there's some holes in the story here? Like, this is me returning to the crime scene. Did they never go in here? At all? Usually if there's a murder in the house and you have to find a person missing, you look through the entire house to find the person. And if the door's locked, you knock it down. Okay, someone is upstairs. Let's read the note. The man told me to do it. I did not want for it to end this way. And there's a coffee stain. So he was chilling, drinking his coffee while writing that note. See, this is a good example of like a game having... I talked about the fundamentals in the previous game, and it's a well-made game. I'm not saying it's not, but it has like some fundamental things. Like there's some story issues getting in the way here, like some logic that doesn't make sense. Like, why didn't the police go through that door trying to find the dad when he was missing? Like, that makes sense to me. Why did they have the diner at the beginning? What is that supposed to give us when it comes to introducing us to this game here? I have no idea why we went to the diner. And then all of a sudden, it skips 2 years into the future when this murder happened? Why? What is the purpose of the diner? It just feels completely out of touch with... Like, the diner felt like one game, and now we're in a new game. Kinda. The diner looked a lot better. Again, probably because it was a completely downloadable asset. I would rather go and investigate that diner than this house here. More petrol oil. Okay. Guess we need to use that for something. Oh. Oh, okay. Lies, it says. I did not want to do it, sorry. Okay. What the hell? This family was twisted. Did no one investigate this house when the murders happened? What? Hello, who's there? I don't know. The scream sounded like it just came from anywhere. Seriously though, I'm a very logical person. When I see logic doesn't make sense in a game, I don't know. Like look at how empty this room is. I know it's the 1950s, but they have furniture. Oh, and there's a guy. And his that's me. I think. And now the house is burning. Thanks for playing. Okay. I have a really hard time with how the game was created regarding the story. The store page says this is a game you're supposed to interpret things from, meaning that there's supposed to be a lot of things around you that you can look at and then come with a conclusion to what has happened here. And then you can, like, you know, come up with theories. They even said to write it in the comment section of the game page. The only part of the game that was playable, because the first part with the diner was just like what was the purpose? It was 2 years ago, like before they got murdered. What was the diner scene about? It's completely irrelevant to the rest of the game. Just take that out, it's the same game. This is one of those scenarios where a game developer tries to create this intricate story that we're supposed to be able to, like, deep dive into and look at the surroundings and like try as a real investigator to pick up on, like, what is going on around you. Like, how does the furniture look like? Is there some objects out of place? Like, just like try to come up with some conclusions to what exactly has happened in this house. Why did people get murdered? But there was no furniture in the house. I don't really know how to describe it. It felt like the game developers, they tried to make more than there actually was. And it feels like because the game developer made this game and because they feel proud of it, which I would be too. If I make a game and put it up on Itchio, I would be super proud of it too. But it's one of those where you have this game dev illusion that sometimes occur, where because you're super proud of something simple you might have made, you see it for more than it really is. The actual game starts when you get to the house, and even then I was confused, like, is this the murder house? This doesn't look like a murder house. It just looks like, you know, an acid pack with no furniture in it. Why did I pick up petrol? Was that to hint at the fact that, oh, the place has been like, this, you know, they're gonna put it on fire because they poured petrol all over the place? Okay, let's do this from another point of view. As a game developer point of view, like, how much work was actually put into this game here? This asset pack to start with here is of a diner and is clearly an asset pack that has been downloaded off the store. The UI elements in here, I am not 100% certain, but I would guess this is an asset pack 2 that has been downloaded. If we take a look at this game, like, this is the first part of the game, right? You come into the diner, which has nothing to do with the story, at least in my opinion. I'm guessing all the furniture had to be placed, and actually, like these came with the map pack, but they have to place it in here, because when you go over here, it clearly does not fit entirely with the wall. And if I were to jump into the back room here and actually just walk through it, there's nothing here. So this is how it would look like, you know, when you just put in the map pack into your scene inside Unity, and then you would have to decorate it with all the furniture that comes with it, like they did in here. The lady is probably an asset too that has been placed in here that you can interact with, and then she just kind of like Like, there's a reason why the face has been completely, like, shadowed out. Like, there's probably something off there. What does it say on her shirt? I think she might be a restaurant asset from another asset pack, because she looks more modern than a 1950s diner. All the movement, and with the little icon in the middle of the screen, I think the movements and everything might also be an asset pack that has been downloaded. Like, what I'm trying to come with a point here is that I think most of the custom work that has been done into this game is the camera work, like you see here. Like, moving the camera into her face, seeing her not talk, but just move her hands around, with the camera moving here at the end, and then putting some text on the screen here. Like, this is custom made. But all the assets that has been used, they didn't do much to alter it. They just kind of like, this feels like, it feels like an asset flip game. It feels like one of those. It doesn't feel like they put a lot of their own work into it. I know there is work put into it, because you can't just download assets and then, oh, it works. Like, you have to actually put the assets into your scene and put it together, so it actually looks like, you know, it's put together. But the moment that it actually shows how much work was put into the game by the developers is the moment we walk into the house. Because there's not a lot of stuff going on in here. Like, this is like the first part of the house. There is some furniture here, but as soon as you start moving away from the core part of the house, like, there's nothing here. By the way, I have that asset pack. Yeah, there's nothing going on in here. Like, did they not expect people to go through the house? When they claim that you're supposed to be investigating the house to draw a conclusion to what happened, there's nothing here to conclude anything from. Can I just skip directly to this part over here? Oh, see, the event hasn't been triggered yet. So when I go over here... Oh no, dead bodies. Oh, it's actually moving. And then it died off. Examine. Is this the event that I need to activate? The game is actually purposely leading me to pick up these petrol bottles. And I can't do anything until I have picked up these bottles here, is what I'm seeing. Oh, we can take the lantern. So we have a lantern we can use. What happens if we go around? Can I actually go around the backyard? Oh, the lantern has a limiter on it. You can't see it, but my face cam is covering it up. There's this little bar that goes down, just a white bar. Which again, most likely an asset pack thing, and I can jump over things here. Oh, I just jumped over the board of the map. Yeah, this is what I would, by definition, call an asset flip game, because the story in here is not comprehensive. They're trying to make... It feels like they're trying to make the lack of a story into a try and guess what happened and post it in the comment section of our game kind of thing. And I'm under the map. Yeah, so I don't have much more to say. You pretty much get my point here. I'm trying to say that this feels like an asset flip game. I was kind of expecting more from this, considering that this used to cost money, and then they put it 100% free, and now they want to make a full release. I think that's why I have a hard time grasping the concept here. I'm going so fast now that my hand is shaking on the character. Is it gonna bug out at some point? I hope not. Oh wow, look at it. Yeah, very little effort has gone in to the actual game from a developer point of view, because you would not believe how easy it is to download an asset pack off the asset store and just put it into your game, and then put a couple of events in there, like for example a jump scare with a sound or something like that, or camera transition. It's super easy, and it doesn't take a lot of time to learn a game engine like Unity to learn how to do that type of thing. You know, not saying that this is a bad game. I'm just saying that this feels like the first maybe like 20% of a game where you have like, you're trying to like make a concept. Look at how crazy the arm is going. You're trying to make a concept with this game. I should probably quit before it starts completely screwing up. I don't want my computer to crash. It feels like a very, very early concept of a game. And no effort has put into making sure that the user can't break anything. No effort has been put into the story. It feels like a very early stage of concept developing. I sometimes hear people in the comments tell me, well, Daniel, you're criticizing these games, but have you ever made a game yourself? Well, no, but I don't have to be a chef to know if food tastes bad. I don't feel like the stuff I'm saying is wrong. I might sound a little bit harsh on some of these things, since this could potentially be a 16-year-old developer trying to make their first game. But since this is a product that has been put up publicly, especially because it used to cost money, I am judging this as a product. And the age of the person doesn't really matter. In my head, it doesn't, because it used to cost money. People paid for this at some point. Like, I wouldn't even call this a game. This is, it's not even a demo. I would call this a prototype. This is what I would call it. I would call it a prototype. It is a stage before the actual demo, because there's very little here. Like, if you give this to a person and say, this is a demo, then you're telling people that this is a small taste of the full game that you're going to expect once the full game comes out. If the full game looks like this and plays like this, I won't buy it. And I'm sure many others wouldn't either, because it feels very broken. There's a lot of game-breaking stuff in here, and very little effort was put into the story. Saying that you have to draw your own conclusion is not an excuse to come up with very little story. I always feel bad when I have to criticize games in this type of way. I know I wouldn't be making a game series like this if I couldn't criticize games and put it up publicly, like on my channel. Because I feel like this is something that helps game developers that want to make their own games not commit the same mistakes as, for example, this game did, which is essentially an asset flip game. Take the second game and even the first game and look at those. Those are really good examples of games like a very simple pixelated art style, and then you have a more high definition, high quality style game, and see how they're supposed to be made. And then take something like this and see what mistakes they made, so you don't commit the same mistakes when you're making a game. Like, that's really what I want to do with this series here when I play these random indie horror games. So yeah, I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you in the next one.